So by all accounts, you have created incredible success in your life. The way you talk about your family, the way I know that you talk about your relationship with your husband, and obviously professionally as a caregiver. But I'm curious, what does enduring success mean to you? When I say create enduring success, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, so I think that the best way that I can explain it, enduring success for me means the will to grow. And success looks different for different people. It's an individualized word. Success for me inevitably will look different than it does for you. And it changes over time. Success in my 20s certainly looks different than what I think success should look like in my 30s and what I foresee success to look like in my 40s, 50s, and beyond. When I was in residency, maybe 8 years ago now, success for me was going grocery shopping at the end of the week. So that looks very different than what success looks like today for
Because
me.
you made it to the end of the week?
Because I made it to the end of the week. That was it. I made it to the end of the week and I actually managed to go to the grocery store.
Yeah.
So that was a success when I was in residency. And today, success looks very different for me. It means that I'm able to provide for my family. It means that I'm able to participate in uplifting my community and the people around me. It means that I pray more for gratitude than I do for pain. So success looks very different for me now than it does. And it's highly tied to my failures. And I think when we think about failure, a lot of us look at it in a negative lens, but I look at failure in a very instructive lens. I have learned so much more from my failures than I have from my successes, certainly. And through that, my definition of success has changed, it has grown, and it's provided me with evolution of thought. And that's why enduring success for me means constantly having the will to grow.
Beautiful. It's just beautiful. So I have a follow-up question based on one of the things that you just said,
Yeah.
because I think it's insightful to think about our failures and successes. Do you do intentional reflection? Do you intentionally reflect on where you would say you did fail or you succeeded in order to then keep growing?
I think every day. I think
Yeah.
it's important for us to critically reflect back on our failures and reflect back on ourselves. And it's a hard process. It's like looking in a mirror is very difficult. That's why I think facing your family sometimes when you know you've done something wrong is very difficult because they're like a mirror for you.
Mhm.
So when you look back, it's really important, I think, to self-reflect and critically analyze the situations you've been in so that you can learn something moving forward. And I think a really simple, palpable example for that
Yeah.
is when we study for our board exams, we do a lot of practice tests. And if you do 10 questions and you get all of them right, that's not necessarily a good thing. If you get 0 out of 10 questions right, so meaning you got all of them wrong, it gives you an opportunity to look back and to fill in the gaps of your knowledge that you previously did not have. That's the most simplistic
Mm.
example that I can think of critically reflecting on failures to move forward to build the gaps in your knowledge for success.
And I'm going to have my 12-year-old daughter, Lily, listen to this little segment when she gets home from school.
Thank you.
So thank you. So timely. So timely. Thank you for joining me for our Choose and Become interview series. You could find this episode and others at trishkendall.com. Just go to trishkendall.com/choose-become-interview-series. Or if you have a question or just want to leave a comment, email me, trish@trishkendall.com.